Hey guys, welcome back to the Stingy Trigger Tabletop. This is Trigger here today, doing another one of our bulk ammo testing reviews. This testing cycle, Stingy and I shot the Federal 550 round value pack. As always, the purpose of these ammo trials, we're attempting to gauge the consistency and reliability as well as the cleanliness of each of these particular rounds that we're putting through our various 22 pistols, in the hopes that we will find a single ammo type that works best in a particular gun, as well as a single best overall. Now, in this case, the gun used is once again the Ruger 2245. All stock internals. The only modifications are to the grip panels and of course to the bases of the magazines. Other than that, it is a completely stock firearm. And the specific ammunition we're testing, as I said, is the Federal 550 round value pack of 22 long rifle. This would be the red box value pack. There is also a blue box value pack as well that is out there. And in total, we have shot a grand total of 500 rounds per pistol of this particular ammunition. As always, we restored the guns to factory cleanliness, completely disassembled, completely rebuilt them, and began firing over several range outings until we got to that number. Now, as you probably saw in our last video, we shot 1,000 rounds, and that initially was going to be our mark for testing. However, it now being the beginning of February 2013, you guys are all aware of the ammo shortage that's been going on. It is simply too difficult to get the 3,000 to 4,000 rounds of ammunition that we need in order to do 1,000 rounds through each one of our pistols. As a direct result of that, we are going to go ahead and cut back, at least for now. We may redo these in the future once ammunition becomes more available, or we may simply continue to extrapolate. So for now, we're going to do 500 rounds per gun, and then extrapolate the data as if we had shot 1,000 rounds. Okay, now this particular round, this is the bulk pack, as we said. Let's see if I can zoom in here so you guys can read these stats along the way. I don't know how well it's gonna be viewable, but it is a 36 grain copper plated hollow point, and it is shooting at 1,260 feet per second at the muzzle, which according to their calculations here is about 125 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle, which is pretty good for a bulk 22 ammo round. It's a little bit softer than the Blazer that we had previously shot, but is still up there as far as overall oomph is concerned. The cost for a single box of this at the point in which we bought it was $19.97. That is, of course, subject to the fact that there is a lot of price gouging and price raises going on due to the ongoing ammunition shortage given recent events in the political arena. However, at the time of purchase, at $19.97 per box of 550, this is one of the more affordable bulk ammunition rounds that's out there, coming in at roughly 3.6 cents per round of 22 long rifle. Okay, now on to the actual accuracy of this round. Out of the 2245, which has the full-length 6-inch bull barrel here, this is benched, mind you, with our pistol stand. This is the kind of grouping we're getting at 7 yards. Pretty good, about a 2-inch group maximum, and the majority of our shots coming into a 1-inch group. So it's a fairly consistent ammo, a couple of flyers notwithstanding. Probably a little bit of resistance and slight amount of deviation due to the hollow points at even at close range. They're so light out of this gun. But nevertheless, pretty good accuracy. Unfortunately, we do not have a target of the last 10 rounds for this particular gun. We made the decision after reaching 500 to call the test short there, simply because it's been about 4 weeks since we've been able to find another box of this stuff in order to continue testing. So we did not get a chance to shoot the final 10 rounds and save the target. Nevertheless, the consistency from what we observed was roughly about the same. Now that brings us to the reliability of this particular round. Well, at least in the 22-45, it functioned perfectly. We had 0 failures to feed, 0 failures to eject, 0 duds, 0 squibs, and 0 hang fires. Now that is the best of the ammunitions we have tested so far. However, it is not the best overall compared across to all the guns. However, it is extremely reliable in the 22-45. That brings us to cleanliness. As you can see here, I'll go ahead and zoom this in a little bit more. The Federal tends to be a little bit cleaner than the Blazer that we had shot previously. There's not a heck of a lot of residue. What there is tends to be a little on the sootier side. It's not quite so waxy, not quite so built up. If I can go ahead and pull some off of here, it's mostly just a little bit of soot here, a little bit of unburnt powder, the kind of stuff that you would expect to build up on any 22. It's not very gritty. It's not very waxy. It's basically just oil and dust is what builds up after 500 rounds. And as I said before, this wasn't quite 1,000, but even the 500 point, comparing on this to the bulk Blazer, this was remarkably clean by comparison. Alright, fouling and leading. There's no real fouling to speak of. It does have a copper jacket, and was not necessarily a very filthy round overall. Federal used to be a lot grosser, a lot gunkier, particularly when it came to the grittiness that would build up from successive firings. Alright, so in conclusion, the Federal 550, at least the Federal 550 with the new powder formulation that Federal's using these days, is a pretty good round. The brass is always extremely clean, it's quite accurate, and overall it is a good reliable round, at least in the 22-45, that functions properly and is extremely cost affordable. It's not the cheapest out there, but the little bit of extra money per round does lead to an overall cleaner gun that we feel probably works a little bit more reliably and overall makes for a bit better of a value. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun and project videos. And remember, we're just a couple of city slickers working this out as we go along. Thanks for watching.